Hey guys, it's Ricardo, your neighborhood junk removal service. And today it's how to start your own junk removal. And what we're going to talk about is pricing. How to properly price your jobs according to how much work you put into them. So let's start off with something really simple and let's just dive in and get into it, guys. All right. The first thing is, how do we price things, man? I mean, is it worth the time that I'm going to spend working here to what I'm going to charge the customer? For instance, guys, and we'll start with the smallest things that I have. My opening to go anywhere is going to be worth $45. So that's my opening price. Now, if I pick up a refrigerator, it's $45. A washer, a dryer, it's $45. A freezer, it's $45. Now, I'm going to tell you why I price that so cheap, okay? It's because, first thing is, it's disposable and recyclable. I can actually make money off of it, okay? So anything that I price really low is usually made of metal, okay? Now, I work with somebody who actually recycles everything, so I don't have a dumping fee. But I do have that fee that it takes up room in the back of my truck or my trailer. So that's kind of a big deal, okay? So if it's taking up room in my trailer, then that's a problem. So that's why I price it at $45. Now, here's one thing. A refrigerator weighs about 150 pounds, okay? And a mattress, a box spring weighs like 40 pounds. But I price a box spring, and now if you put a refrigerator, stand it up, and you put a box spring and stand it up, they're almost the same size. Now we're talking about a small box spring. They're almost the same size, am I right? Okay? But a box spring weighs 40 pounds, and a refrigerator weighs about 120 to 150 pounds. You put them right next to each other. Refrigerator, $45. Box spring, 75 bucks. See guys, the point is that a box spring, you can't recycle it. You actually have to take it to the dump where they charge you at the landfill. See, that's how I check my pricing differences. If I can recycle it and throw it away, then I charge a lot cheaper, okay? If I can recycle it and pick it up and recycle it, I charge a lot cheaper, okay? But if I have to take it to the landfill and I have to pay, well, that's a different ballgame. So you have to separate your things, okay? So think like of a water heater. A water heater, they're very heavy, but I charge $65. And the reason I charge $65 is because you have a hard time loading that thing, okay? But it's 100% recyclable, okay? Just like a fridge or a washer and dryer, 100% recyclable. You actually can make your money back. Now, I know that metal is at the 25-year lowest that it's ever been in American history, okay? And you're not getting a lot. Now, I remember the days where I would go and recycle a refrigerator and I would easily get $8 for it. And now I'm getting like $2.50 for it. Okay, yeah, there's a big difference, okay? And the prices ain't what it used to be, but I'm gonna tell you something. If you get called for a refrigerator from that old lady in Waxahachie, Texas, trust me, in about 3 years when she decides to move, or in 5 years when she decides to divorce or maybe clean up her house, guess who she's gonna call? Me! She'll remember that I charged her so cheap for that fridge that she'll actually pick up that phone and call me back. So that's how I kind of transition the customers, okay? Now, let's talk about things you can't recycle, okay? Such as mattresses, hot tubs. Now you can recycle on a hot tub the motors that go inside and some of the steel piping inside of it. But other than that, there's not much you can recycle in a hot tub. I charge $300 for any size hot tub, and I'll tell you why. I'll win some and I'll lose some. Sometimes these hot tubs are really, really small, okay? And sometimes these hot tubs are really big. So the ones that are really small is the ones I'm gonna win. Those are the ones that I can remove for $250, and I can just roll them out and throw them in my truck really fast. It's a one-man job. And then you have the big ones that actually you have to cut up, saw off, and it takes 2 people to do. Those are the ones that you lose on, but they both even out, you know what I mean? Small ones and big ones, boom, $300. So that's why I charge $300. It's a lot of work and it takes up a lot of room in your trailer. I mean, depending on how big of a trailer you have, usually I can fit 2 hot tubs in one trailer, and I'm gonna tell you, that's $600. So it's not a bad deal at all, okay? So that's what I charge for a hot tub removal. Now, a mattress is $75. Box springs, and you know, they're all in the $65 to $75 range. So when someone calls me, I usually tell them it's either 65 or 75. When I get there, that's when I decide what I'm going to charge them. If I have a hard time with a king size mattress, definitely $75, okay? If I don't have a hard time, and if it's maybe a twin or something like that, oh, I don't charge them much, 65 bucks, and I just load them in there. I remove mattresses all the time, you know? It is a daily routine for me. Now, if y'all saw my La Quinta Inn video a few days ago, I removed 6 mattresses from La Quinta Inn, okay? And I charged the guy $45 each mattress. I gave him a wholesale rate because you know why? He's called me over the last year like 4 or 5 times. So I'm always gonna make money off him. Do your math, man. I made like $265 off the guy. For 6 mattresses? Are you kidding me? I don't know what that number is actually. Like $245. So that's what I made off of him. But he's, again, calls me all the time. It's La Quinta Inn, okay? I also work with the Fairfield Inn and the Hilton Hotels all the time for mattresses. All right, so that's mattresses. Let's talk about couches, okay? Couches are unrecyclable. Couches, I charge $65 for a normal small couch. If it's oversized, it's $75. If it's a sleeper sofa, now we're getting into the $85, $95 range. Now, if it's a sectional, think about it. If it's a sectional with an ottoman, that's 2 couches and a small little leg rest couch, right? So now you're in the $150 range to $140 to $150 range. Those are the ones that you kind of want to go, is it kind of worth it for me? Because sectionals will fill up your whole trailer really, really quick. But 150 bucks isn't bad for a sectional. So that's how I charge for that. So let's talk about other things that you normally don't pick up that's really weird. Like for instance, a piano. Now guys, if you call a professional piano removal, okay, a professional, they will charge you up to $500 to just move a piano. $500 for an old piano. That's expensive, guys. That's really expensive. But listen, we only charge $100 for it. So let's talk about the pianos. You know, pianos are unrecyclable. Yes, they have brass in them, but I'm going to tell you, to take the brass out is a challenge in itself. You don't want to go through that. Trust me, I've done it before thinking I can recycle the brass a long time ago. It's hard. All you can do to pianos is just recycle them. Throw them at the landfill. You know, to be honest with you, you'll need a 4-way. That's the little platform, you know, dolly with 4 wheels on it. Just lean it up, and it's a 2-man job. I've only done 1 piano that was a 1-man job because it was in the garage and I just pushed it in my trailer and I dumped it. You know, it was really easy for me. I just leaned it over and threw it in my, but if you're gonna do pianos, you definitely need 2 people to do it. You can't do it by yourself, okay? So don't even try doing it by yourself. And my pricing is $100 for pianos. Go up. I think pricing for a piano should be in the $200 to $250 range. People will pay it, trust me. Because what they do, you're not the first person they call. When someone's removing a piano, they've already called a piano removal. Now they're calling you to check your pricing. So at $250, you win. Listen, if you really want to find out what a piano costs to remove, call a piano removal. They'll tell you, they'll let you know, and then you'll have second thoughts. Okay, so let's move on to something else a little different. How about a trampoline? Okay, guys, honestly, if you go right now to Academy or to a sports store that sells trampolines only run about $150 to $300. They're very cheap. So I charge $150, almost the same price to get one is what I charge to remove one. But I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know how to remove a trampoline, don't do it. You can stay there for 2 to 3 hours learning how to do it. I can do one by myself in about 30 to 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, I have some videos where I've time-lapsed the whole trampoline, and it only took me like 50 minutes to do one. And I have another one recently that I did. It took me 35 minutes to do it, 150 bucks. I mean, guys, can you beat that? People work from 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. to make $100, and in less than 1 hour, I'm making $150. Come on, guys, you can't beat that. So anyway, that's trampoline. So if you have any suggestions and pricing for other things, you can also comment below. Send me a link or something. Ask me in the comments. Give me a call, shoot me a text, what you should charge for this item. I've moved everything. Okay, so I got a phone call a while back from one of my friends up in Kentucky, okay? And Bob wanted to know what he would charge. Get this, guys. He was removing a pool table. A pool table? Let me tell you about a pool table. They weigh a lot, especially if they're like a heavy-duty $4,000 pool table. You're looking at something that's very, very, very heavy, okay? I told him that check out the weight, cut the legs, cut it in half, and move it out for $200. I think that was a good price to remove it. Honestly, you can do $250 to $200 on a very, very heavy pool table. Those things are hard to deal with, and if you think they're easy, try to put it on the dolly and good luck and go out that front door. You're gonna get in a challenge yourself, okay? So let's talk about other things that are awkward to remove. Things that you would never think that people call me about, okay? And here's one, a barbecue pit or barbecue grill. I have one price for barbecue grills and that's it, and it's $75. I don't care what size it is, how big it is. Listen, I've removed barbecue grills that I can pick up with my hands, like this big, guys, and load them, $75. And I've also loaded ones that are around 300 to 400 pounds, and I had to load them for 75 bucks. See, I don't get a lot of those, but I get a lot of small barbecue grills, and people just don't mind to pay it. People have money, man, and in Dallas, you have the upper class, middle class, and lower class, and then you have ghetto. So there is that class of people that will pay it. But barbecue grills is one of those things that we will do all the time, and it's a same-day service. People love it when you can do same-day service, okay? People love it. Here's another one that a lot of people don't think about that I do single item pricing for, and I do it all the time, and I'm actually doing one tomorrow. That is a basketball goal. Okay, you see those basketball goals that they sell at Academy? Okay, those things run about $400 or $500. I mean, the cheapest is like $300. You put water on the base and then you load it up. Okay, I charge $75 to remove those. A flat fee, it's $75. Now, I've gotten some of them where I had to like take the sand out of the bottom, where people actually put sand on them. And I've also removed the ones where they put water. For the water ones, I just poked a hole, opened it up, and let's go, let the water run out. And those are really easy. They're usually all on wheels. Most mobile basketball units are on wheels anyway, and they're not that hard to remove. So there's a few items that are very awkward to pick up, but I got a series of items, man. We remove just about anything from anyone's house. So the other day, last week, I got a phone call from a gentleman that wanted me to remove his playset. And I said to him, sir, okay, but it just depends. Do you have a small one, a medium, or just an extraordinary big one? And he said, oh, mine's big. And I automatically knew this is going to be in the $500 to $600 range. This guy forked over about 10, maybe 8 grand for this, you know, big old wooden swing set and play set, and has a sandbox. And I was like, oh my God. It might sound really bad, guys, but I'm going to tell you something. Play set, wooden play sets are easy to remove. They only take about an hour, even big ones. Just take your saw with you. It's like cutting butter. Take yourself a good saw, a DeWalt saw, and a good blade, and I tell you, just start cutting it. Take 2 people with you. You start cutting it everywhere around, and let someone start walking it over to your truck. You'll be done in an hour. And charge premium price for it. People don't know how to use a saw. If that guy had a saw, he doesn't have time because he's probably a banker or in real estate or an investor. He's working at home. He doesn't want to do it, and he doesn't know how to do it. And that's where we come in, because we have the trailer, we have the saw, and we know how to cut it. He doesn't know. That's why he calls us, and he's willing to pay the $400 to $600 range. You know, guys, garage cleanouts. Let's just get to a garage cleanout. Anybody can clean a garage. Anyone. An old lady can clean a garage. Honestly, I think you can go to the zoo, get a monkey, throw him in your garage, and tell him to clean it. He'll probably clean it. But people call us junk removal companies to clean out garages. You know why? Because we have the stuff to deal with. First of all, we want to get dirty. When we get out there to do a junk removal or a garage removal, we're not wearing the best clothes ever. That separates us from men and women. Women just don't want to get dirty. So that eliminates the women to clean out the garage. That's what they call us. Second thing is a trailer. you need a trailer. Most guys, most people that live in homes, well, especially in like places like New York or Chicago or, you know, where everybody's walking, don't own cars. Well, in Texas, everybody owns a truck, but people don't know how to load it, don't want to mess up the truck, don't want to scratch the truck, and don't know even where to take it, like to the landfill, okay? They don't want to get dirty. Nobody wants to take an F-150 to the landfill. You're just gonna get your tires blown out with nails and just glass going up there and cutting it and rebar and all that stuff. That's what separates us from the normal person who calls for a garage clean out. Garage cleanouts are easy. Anybody can clean up. It's like sweeping up, just removing cardboard boxes, old bikes, just stuff like that. But that's why people call us, guys, because we have the equipment. We have the trailers, we have the trucks, we have the gloves, we're willing to get dirty, and we have the pricing for it. Garage cleanouts are priced usually between the $400 range to about the $150 range for me. I really haven't got big old cleanouts lately in the garages, and if they are cleanouts, they're full houses, and I'm in the thousands anyway. For instance, today, guys, I'm removing a shed. A shed is an awkward piece of equipment. A shed, you need something. I mean, if you got 3 or 4 guys and you got some sledgehammers, you can knock down a shed. I don't have 3 or 4 guys today. I'm not going to use that. I'd rather go the faster way. Hire a bobcat driver, a front loader, and just have it load into my dumpsters like I'm pulling right now. That's the fastest way to do it. And I recommend y'all do it that way too. A shed removal is usually $800 or less. I've done sheds that cost $250, $400, and $800. Really nothing else in between. If it's just big, I just throw out $800, hoping they don't hire me to do it, but then I get the job. So there you go, guys. There's some pricing in the comments below if you want to. You know, let me know if you run into a situation. You know, for instance, right now I'm getting a picture from King, and King is in Kentucky. He owns a junk removal service over there, and he's sending me pictures right now, letting me know how much he should charge for a yard clean out. There's stuff all over the place, and he just doesn't have an idea what he should charge. So he's gonna send me the pictures, and I'm gonna give him the information for it. If you run into a situation, you're welcome to send me pictures and tell me how much you would charge, how much I would charge, and I'll let you know what the specific price should be, because I've seen everything before. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm actually arriving to my next job. But leave something in the comments below, if something with the pricing, if something's wrong with my pricing, or if you like my pricing. But that's the way to price things. I've been doing this too long, guys. Trust me, if you just started, take my pricing that's on my website at dfwjunkguys.com or junkguysdfw.com and just check it out, man. No big deal. And don't forget to subscribe over there to the right side, and on the left side, check out my other videos. Leave me a comment, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.